really need to know here. And after you take the scrubber tracker off, actually, I'm not going to take that off because there's no points on it. So put
points, point extract.
Yeah, let me put them under this for now. Okay, so basically now, if I go into paneling tools, panel from grid, panel 3D grid, and actually what we should do is paneling tools, grid utility, offset points. So I can select these points. Distance method fixed, distance 1, connect no, group yes. Distance I can make it 2, let's say, or 4 for me. Select base surface or poly surface. It's a little too high, so I'm going to undo.
Okay, I saw it.
Grid utility, offset points. I'm going to make the distance 2. And select the points, enter, select the surface, and now I have my grid on top of my other grid. So when you say now panel tools, panel from grid, panel 3D grid, it's going to ask you for the first points, so I selected them. Enter. Select the second points, enter. And it's giving me a 3D surface.
Oh.
Can you do it the last one?
Okay, so the key is this. The key is this. You have your grid, the points, right, that you made. All you need to do is offset them. Once you offset them, you can make a 3D surface.
Right, so let's go.
Copy them and just drag it up through this?
No. That's not the way we're not supposed to be doing it that way.
I'm talking about the point grid.
The point grid, you should offset it, not copy.
How do you offset what you did?
So I'll show you again. Delete. So we're going to go to paneling tools, grid utility.
Grid
Paneling
utility.
tools, grid utility. And you're going to go down to offset points.
Offset points.
Everyone got that?
Yeah. You
Offset points.
change
From
distance.
grid utility. So paneling tools, grid utility.
Change distance
Offset
to-
points. When you offset points, click, select the points. Okay, I select them. The distance is 2. For me, that works. It could be 1. It could be whatever you want it to be. It just means the height away from those points. It could be 2 inches, or it could be
Select
1 inch,
points.
or 2 feet. I'm not sure. Depends on what scale you're using. So let's say we leave it like that. It should be grouped. And hit yes, and then it's asking you for the surface. So it's asking you for 2 things again. It's always going to ask you for 2 things: the points and the surface. Give me the points, the point grid that you have, and then give me the surface
Wow.
that you have.
So
click
first,
on the surface.
so it offset mine downwards. It doesn't matter.
So your offset went down?
Yeah.
Okay, so this is what you do. Is anyone else's offset went down? Okay, so this is what you do. Undo. And now just click on your surface once with your left click.
Undo.
Type in DIR. Direction, for direction. And you notice your direction is pointing either up or down. If it's pointing down, all you need to do is go to the flip. See where it says flip?
Oh. But I
And
messed
click on
up.
flip.
So let me do it again.
And it flips the other
Tools,
direction.
Grid utility.
So DIR.
Offset points.
Click on the surface, on your surface. and
Select
DIR.
points. So select points right here. Distance to yes.
Not the points, just the surface.
It says select points. I got
Everyone
it.
got that? The flip?
Select surface. Enter. Okay, so mine. Show me the flip again, Professor. I'm right here again.
Okay, so just click on the surface.
Click on the surface. Good.
Actually,
Ah,
erase
this.
your dots.
Okay.
They're
Erase this
confusing.
one.
Erase
So-
the other ones too.
This one too.
Yeah.
Then
Okay, good. Now just click on your surface.
click on my surface.
Type in DIR.
D.
DIR.
Okay. Good.
Enter. And now just click flip.
Flip.
It's going to flip your arrows up.
So
and then hit enter.
Press enter.
Okay, now do it again.
Oh, so do everything
now,
again
Now go
then.
into paneling tools.
Okay, no problem. I got it.
paneling tools, grid
Paneling
utility,
tools.
offset points,
Good utility.
select the points,
Offset
enter.
points.
Select the surface, and you have your points.
Select points.
Above your other points, right?
Select it. Enter. Select polybase. Good. And good. Okay.
Good?
Sum up. Yeah.
Okay, once you do that, then paneling tools, paneling from grid,
Panel
panel
tools.
3D grid.
Panel from grid. Panel 3 grid. 3D grid. Panel. And you press enter.
Yeah.
Select. It's a select
the first points. So
Okay.
the original points that were on your surface, select them. And then hit enter. And then select the second one that you just offset. And hit enter. And it's gonna generate a three-dimensional kind of depth surface. Got that?
Yeah.
Okay, this is important. Does everyone get that? Okay, once you get that, let's just copy that over so that we know we have that.
Copy.
And notice how you have a surface and you also have lines, like a grid. So I'm going to erase this actually. Okay, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take
Because of the points, is it gonna move slower because of the 3D?
yeah, yeah, because you're giving it much more, you know, giving it much more work to do.
Yeah.
So in the few minutes that we have left, this is what I want you guys to kind of look at now. So just take a look at this. Maybe just don't follow. Okay. Actually, I'll make this a little smaller. Okay, so now if I go to paneling tools, paneling from grid, and if I go panel custom 3D grid, it's asking me again for the bounding grid, and then the second one, and a surface. If you don't have a second surface, just hit enter, and then select the object. So the object is your module. I made this module. It's an octahedron. Basically, it's a semi-octahedron with a tetrahedron. It's two semi-octahedrons with a tetrahedron. You guys see that?
Yeah.
So I selected that, hit enter, and now it's asking me, it's again showing me a mock-up. It's saying, how do you like these? This is the way I'm going to space them. Is that a problem? So I can change this to, 2 if I want them closer, or maybe 1.75 if I want it closer together. You'd have to sit and figure this out. 1.50. Okay, those look like they're on top of each other. And then the same thing with this 1.5. And now they're touching. See? And hit enter. Now this should take a minute or two.
So we go to paneling grid, and then we put it
Hopefully it doesn't
panel
crash.
custom 3D.
Oh.
Huh?
Custom 3D.
Custom 3D. So do you see what it did? It basically took my octahedron and it mapped it on that surface, whatever surface I had.
Okay.
It seems like I didn't group them.
Oh, they're individual.
Good. So obviously, whatever your object is, and this goes back to the origami project, whatever your module is, whether it's an octahedron, whether it's a few folds from your origami model, you're taking that and you're using that when you're doing your panel from grid custom 3D. Again, you select the first point, enter. Select the second point, enter. Select the surface, enter. If you have a second surface, fine. If not, it's okay. Select your objects. So I selected the objects. It's giving me a preview. Change your length
1.5.
so that it fits
Width.
whatever you want it to do.
1.5. Press enter.
And that's.
Gonna try
I
it.
think I didn't group them yet.
No, I didn't.
I didn't. I built a pattern on the side. So your origami project, whatever model you made, you can take that and repeat it to create a surface. Yeah, so you have to draw this. This one you have to build it. It becomes your module. It becomes your three-dimensional module. So I went here, for example, and I had a flat plane, like a flat plane like this, and I created this kind of like module. Like, I had a module like this. I built it separately on the side. Build your module separately. You guys get that? So by building your module separately, whatever that is, mine was a semi-octahedron, a pyramid, and then an inverted one, and then a tetrahedron. This is an octahedron. This is a semi-octahedron, semi-octahedron, tetrahedron. Here, semi-tetrahedron. It's like a wedge. It fits and completes this whole thing and becomes one. And the idea was in plan, I know that when it duplicates across, it's going to connect like a truss.
Right.
And so I was able to create a truss with this. And you can even create kind of like, sheathing, if this has a surface. So I was able to do something like this. So I made also surfaces that were rectilinear. So this is basically flat surfaces, extruded surfaces. So that's my mesh. And then I offset the points from here using grid utility offset. Basically the same paneling tools, grid utility offset points. And you basically choose the control point, the original points you made, and it offsets them. And that becomes like a space, the module. Yeah.
What is the project called?
This is the origami project.
Okay, 2
This is the
o'clock.
pavilion. So we're using the cell. A few of you I know we're using that cell. So we're basically using that to do this.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah. So basically, that same mesh. This was what we were working towards, getting to this point, where you can basically take that same module, whatever the module is. So I can also erase this, and let's do this again for everyone. I know that we got this to this later on. That's okay. I'm glad that you got the other, the basic down. So that's the most important part. If you don't get the grids, it's kind of hard to get to this part. So again, going back to the grid utility and the offset points, it's all about like setting your distance, making sure you're aware of what the distance is, and grouping these, and selecting those points, and then selecting the surface. and then you'll have your offset points. As soon as you have that, you can go back again with a simple panel 3D grid. And again, it's giving you, see how you have the pattern box, just like we had in the custom 2D when we did the 2D surface. Same thing in the 3D. Right now I have the pattern box on. That's basically what's on right now. Also grouped. And it's asking for the first points, so you select the first points, hit enter. Select the second points, hit enter. And that way you have your three-dimensional surface. You basically need to create those point grids. Once you establish the point grids and then the second offset, then all of this can happen. After you do that, let's move this. Let's actually delete this.
Yeah, I was going to ask you why it becomes like a lot of groups like that.
Because it's giving you the layers. It's giving you the layers of information, the lines, right, that we were working on, just like we did in 2D, where we had the line work, right, when we did this. Right? So it's basically, it's breaking up the layers for you and it's separating it into the ones. So once you have that module, just like we said with the custom 2D, it's the same principle in the custom 2D. You're basically just using the 3D module now. This is what we're after. This whole kind of lesson, building all that information, it's the same thing when it comes to the 3D. You're basically using that module, using the profile. So this profile that we made before, the same two profiles, just like we were talking about Escher in terms of like the mean or average between two cells or units or profiles. You can take those two and range them together so that you're getting an average between the two.